uh, elaborate even more. He's not even real. Big Bird is not a real person in life. Okay, so I'll make that very clear from the get go. Is this thing on, guys? Is this thing working? Um. Okay. There's like peeing in a bucket in the background. Love set. Really? That is that bad, huh? You guys can't hear me? Here, I'm just trying to get some intel here. Let me bring on someone to discuss the matter at hand here. Um, Jesus, this thing is buggy as hell, dude. What the fuck? My phone is tripping out. Jesus Christ, bro. I don't know if there's just too many people trying to get in. Oh my god. I think there's too many people trying to get in because my phone is just. Oh my god. Well, I okay. I'm okay. I'm kind of unable to at this time invite someone because my phone is tripping so bad. But let's continue on this. So, is Big Bird a communist? That is the question on everyone's mind. Fox News contributor Lisa Booth accused Big Bird of brainwashing children who are not at risk from COVID, calling it twisted. And basically, my counter argument to Lisa is basically that, well, Big Bird, he's not real. Yeah. And also, he's not a human being. So, once again, Big Bird, he's just a fictional character. So, that's basically my concern here with all these takes. I'm getting lots of guys. I'm getting chatter. I can't invite anyone. My app is just totally tripping. It's like I think there's too many people requesting, and it's just totally fucked. Um, I guess this is a new thing. Man, I really want to get someone in here. It's so messed up. I think there's too many people in here. Ah, okay, here I got someone. I just clicked mad. Invite to speak. We have someone, hopefully, um, to share their thoughts on if Big Bird is a communist or not. Yeah, it makes me wonder about the whole Sesame Street community. Is it basically a spot for government, um, research? Are they doing dangerous research of drugs on these animals? I mean, you've got you've got animals, you've got monsters, you've even got human beings there in Sesame Street. And well, this vaccine is not approved for use in these types of animals. We haven't proved efficacy. We don't know if it works. So it is definitely concerning me that Big Bird has undertaken a whole regime of. The question I have is Big Bird on ivermectin? Okay, because if Big Bird catches COVID, um, is how do we know it wasn't the ivermectin instead of the vaccine that worked? Um, he's also on a vitamin drip. I last heard Big Bird. He's on a vitamin drip. He's on ivermectin. He's taking Z packs, which is a antibiotic, which has nothing to do with viruses. And basically, um, I'm very concerned about basically what's going on in this secret government testing labs. I'm trying to invite someone. I'm sorry, guys. Add a speaker. I got Gabrielle. This shit is so bugged. Gabrielle?
Hello.
Okay, good. We got someone on. So,
How's it going?
Gabriella, I just want to remind you that this is a serious room. Our last caller was trying to make a joke out of it, and this I want you to take this seriously.
Of
Is
course.
Big Bird a communist?
Yes, and that's because all the bad bitches growing up watched PBS Kids and were educated by Big Bird, and he's actually he's actually one of the most important figures in my life for that reason. And I think you shouldn't apply Sesame Street logic to the human world logic, if that makes sense.
So, are you saying that as a child, Big Bird taught you to be a bad bitch? Is that some way related to communism?
Yes,
Okay,
precisely.
okay. How are they related?
What do you mean?
Thank you, Gabrielle. Appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. This is high level ideas, guys. I am not going to be bogged down by low level thinkers. Okay. Is Big Bird a communist? Is one of the most prescient debates we could be having today. And I will not, I'm at zero. It says zero listeners. Are people still here? Am I talking to myself? Yo, this thing is so buggy. Hold on. Oh, is it is it still on? It says zero. I'm asking the guys. It says zero listeners. You're still there. Wow. I think they've got work to do on this thing. Interesting. So maybe I could invite someone. I don't know how to let AB in. I literally, unless I can invite a follower. Hold on. Can I send it in? Okay, wait. Invite speaker AB. Okay, here. Send invite. I think that worked. Okay, let's see. So we have with us AB. Hopefully, will be joining us soon to discuss these important issues. Oh, there he is. Okay, AB. Once again, I have to press this important message. We are serious here. Please do not goof around. You will be dropped with peace and love.
All right. Well, I'm kind of a layup, but I have someone here that might be able to debate you. Here's Dan.
Okay. What is this? A Steven Crowder thing?
Hello, Ethan.
Oh my God. It's oh my God, what a nightmare.
I'm here, Ethan.
Okay, Dan, is Big Bird a communist? I'm not going to entertain games and trickery and cowardliness.
Yeah, no cowardliness from me. You know what? I would say that yes, Big Bird is definitely a communist. I don't think that his ideology really has anything to do with the COVID vaccine. It's more about how he consistently espouses the labor theory of value. You know, uh, as codified by Karl Marx and Engels back in the 1800s. Yeah, I mean, he consistently criticizes neoclassical economics and rejects that. And, I think it's unfortunate that he has to suppress his true beliefs. And, I would, if I were Big Bird, I would take this as a moment to come out openly and declare where he stands.
Right. I mean, well, let's take this one step at a time here. Sesame Street seems to be some kind of communal system where I don't even know if money exists in Sesame Street. Now, these are deep, deep
Oh,
level.
you're exposing yourself a little bit right now and your lack of familiarity with the Sesame Street universe because, yeah, I mean, fiat currency is definitely canon in the Sesame Street
What
universe,
is it called?
100%.
What is it called?
Fiat currency issued by the government and backed by the full faith and trust of the U.S. government.
Okay, so people do spend money, so they're capitalists.
Well, they have to exist within a capitalist framework because that's the society in which it emerged. But, ultimately, that does not preclude him from holding deep seated beliefs on the ideal way to organize society.
Is there something about the thing about me is like basically it says so Big Bird, as I kind of stated before, and I'm curious if I get your take on it, is not real.
Oh, oh,
He's a
that's
fictional character.
right. Um, Shit. That's actually a pretty good point. Um, that said, I mean, there is a man in the suit, and we don't necessarily know what he believes.
Right. If you talk to the man in the suit, that could be a whole different situation.
Right.
But I mean, here's another point. If you kind of ignore the fact that Big Bird's not real, does wanting to advocate for public health, for example, getting kids like 10 to 15 or whatever they're angling for here to get vaccinated,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is that in itself like communism, basically, where you're advocating for public health policies that will help COVID go away, which so basically things that are good for society, that are based on scientific consensus and public safety consensus, global precedent around the developed countries.
Right. Right.
That's communism. That's fascism.
Well, those are two very distinct ideologies. First of all, it's a common misperception to cross over those two. However, while I would say that strict mandates and public health would be something that by necessity would exist within a authoritarian Marxist-Leninist sort of state. Um, I don't think that it necessarily is inherently communistic. I would argue that social democracy and maybe even some center right ideologies within the European framework, of course, such as Christian democracy or even some conservative parties would still um, put out a public health message similar to the one that Big Bird is espousing. Now, again, I do believe that Big Bird is a communist. I do believe that. However, I don't think that him advocating for public health is really the slam dunk
Well,
evidence
he's
that people think
talking
it
to
is.
children. He's talking directly to children. You know who else talked directly to children?
I mean, all sorts of
Ada.
institutions.
Hold on, please. If you want to have a debate with me, you'll have to let me finish my
I
point.
apologize. That was rude.
Thank you. You know who else talked to children? Adolf Hitler talked to children. Nazi youth talked to children. Is it a coincidence that Big Bird talks to children and also Hitler youth talk to children? How can you explain this? What seems to be an undeniable parallel between Nazism and Sesame Street.
Interesting. So because let me, I'm not necessarily disagreeing, but I just want to clarify the train of logic here is that because Sesame Street, by way of this large fowl known as Big Bird, um, is sending a message directly to children, um, as Adolf Hitler often did. He
Yes.
is a communist. Now, I'm confused. Are you saying that Adolf Hitler was a communist?
Right. Well, he was a socialist, right, and that was in the name. So I'm making a stretch here, but basically, I want you to address is he? Well, he did. Adolf Hitler didn't like communism, obviously, or I think he just didn't like Russia, the USSR. So or well, that was post World War II, right? Yeah. So we're talking about Russia here.
No,
Um,
no. There's a lot of things wrong with what you just said, but go on.
okay, hold on one sec. He didn't like Stalin. Can we agree on that? Soviet Union. Thank you. Yeah, so I think he liked communism. He liked socialism. He just didn't like Joseph. So if
Oh,
we're
you think it
gonna,
was just personal beef?
yes, that's my theory.
Oh,
He didn't.
interesting.
He didn't like the whole Joe thing. He called him Kelly Joe. He called him, that was his name for him, like
Right,
Trump
right,
does.
right.
Kelly,
Understood.
Murder Joe,
Mm-hmm.
Torture Joe. I don't know. So he was the Nazi Party was called, the um, hold on, don't say it, National Socialist German Workers' Party. Okay,
Right.
so socialist, boom.
It does say it in
Therefore,
the name, doesn't it? Ah,
so
shit.
don't
Shit.
detract. Please answer my original question. Big Bird is therefore a Nazi. Disprove that.
I don't think that that was your original question. Your original question was, is Big Bird a communist? To which I emphatically agree. Um, to be honest, I'm not really sure what we're even debating at this point. But now it seems that the goalpost seems to have shifted a little bit to, is Big Bird a Nazi?
Well,
Now,
I've proved that, I've proved that the Nazis were socialists.
mhm,
Socialism is communism.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
100%. Right.
So, therefore, Nazis are communists. I've proven that Big Bird talks to children. I've proven that Nazis talk to children via Hitler Youth.
Hmm.
Sesame Street is basically Hitler Youth. Therefore, Sesame Street and vis-a-vis Big Bird himself is a member of the Nazi Party of America. Big Bird's a Nazi.
Damn. Damn. You know, in the spirit of academic intellectualism and open mindedness, I acquiesce to your bulletproof logic that you've presented here today. I think that you've made your point, and though I have quibbles, I have quibbles with a detail here and there of what you presented. On the whole, I think that you've really laid out a fascinating insight into
Well,
what is going on Sesame Street.
thank you so much. Thank you,
Could
Dan,
you
for calling. Yeah,
before
very riveting.
before I go, could you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
Yes. So well, Sesame Street again, just to re-emphasize, we touched on it briefly in the beginning. It's not real. It's not a real place. So,
In the theme song, they're asking, could you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Um, why would they say that if it
well,
wasn't
I
a real
think
place
last
that
I
you could
heard
go visit?
it's fine. Last I heard it was on West 73rd Street, upper West Side.
Hold on, I'm writing that down. Hold on.
Yeah, which what it was.
That 73rd, you said?
Yeah, West 73rd
West
Street.
73rd, right?
Yeah,
On
two
the
two
Upper West
six.
Side of
What?
New York City, right?
New York City, Manhattan, 226,
That's in New
73rd
York State.
West. Yes, New York, bro. Come on, get with it.
Well, I'm. Do you have the zip by chance?
10024.
10024. Got it. Okay, I'm booking a flight. Thanks so
All right.
much. I really
All right.
appreciate the
Take
time.
care. Take care. Bye. Thanks for calling. Yeah, guys. So this has been riveting. I feel like we've covered a lot of ground. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to be doing a conversation about, is Goku of Dragon Ball Z a communist? There's a lot to go over there. Goku obviously is one for the people. He's a populist. And also he's got kind of that white savior. Well, he's Japanese, so a Japanese savior. Um, I don't know. I think Goku might be a communist. We're gonna go over all the details of that tomorrow. So make sure to tune in. This is High Level Conversations with Ethan Klein. We're changing the national discourse one Twitter space at a time. Thank you everybody for joining me. And don't forget to spread the word. Big Bird's a communist. Signing out.